In this video, you will learn how to record evaluation results and IFSP goals and objectives using the First Connections Comprehensive Data System. Note that this video is primarily intended for therapists and classroom instructors who are responsible for completing these tasks. However, provider administrators and service coordinators may also find this information useful. If you have not done so, please complete the Introduction to the First Connections Comprehensive Data System video prior to viewing this video. If your organization is selected to conduct an evaluation as a result of the client intake process, the primary service coordinator and administrator will receive an alert. They will then notify you, the therapist or classroom instructor, that an evaluation is needed. Once you log into the system, you will first need to search for the individual's case. In this demonstration, we have a fictional child named Betty Baker that needs an evaluation. So let's begin by searching for the case. To do this, we enter the first and last name and then click Search in the Client Quick Search panel. There's the case file we are looking for, so we will click the Open Case icon. The case window opens. As you can see from the status section, a developmental evaluation has been ordered and is now checked, indicating it has not been recorded. If other evaluations have been agreed to during intake, these will also be listed here. The developmental therapy evaluation also appears in the Missing and Incomplete section. To begin the evaluation, we click Add New under Evaluations in the Case menu. The evaluation report page displays. I'm going to maximize this window so we can have more room to work with. Before we begin recording information, let's take a brief look at the various developmental tests or domains that you should already be familiar with. We have the physical, fine motor, gross motor, and medical tests, the communication test, the social emotional test, the adaptive test, and the cognitive test. So let's begin to record the information for the evaluation report. First, we need to select the evaluation type. In our case, we choose developmental therapy. As noted earlier, if additional evaluations were ordered, they would appear in the drop-down list. From this point forward, you can enter the information in any order. However, all required information must be entered before the report can be saved. Next, we record the evaluator. The list would contain your name, but for demonstration purposes, we are going to assume you are Provider Therapist 25. The evaluator informed clinical opinion narrative is a required field, so I am going to enter some simulated text here. The next item is Evaluation Results Report. Although not required by the application, this is the place to attach an electronic version of evaluation-related information. Simply click Browse, navigate to the file, click Open, and then click the Capture File for Upload button. Now let's enter some individual test results. With the exception of the physical medical test section, we will need to enter the test administered, the date evaluated, strengths and needs, as well as the present level of functioning in months, percent of delay, and standard deviation. Note that all this is information required. Also note that for any of the tests listed, you can click Add Another Test if you need to record additional test results for that test type. I'll enter information for the physical fine motor test. We'll say the test administered is an ELAP. The date evaluated is today. For present level of functioning, we'll say 9 months, 25 for percent of delay, and a standard deviation of minus 1.5. For strengths and needs, I'll just enter some simulated text. I'm going to skip ahead to discuss completing the physical medical test section. Let's say the child passed the vision and health test, but was referred for the hearing test. Notice that when you select refer, you will need to enter some additional referral information. We'll change this back to pass for now. I'm going to complete the remainder of these tests, and then we will continue our discussion when that's done. Okay, I've completed all of the required fields for the developmental therapy evaluation. At this point, we could click Save and stop here for a period of time if needed. Or go ahead and begin recording the goals and objectives that focus on improving any areas of concern. Let's assume you are ready to begin recording goals and objectives, so we click Save and Next. The first thing we enter on the Goals and Objectives page is the individualized annual goal. Next, we select the area of development. For this case, we're going to select Physical Gross Motor. Then we click Save Goal and Create Objectives. Next, we need to select the strand and age level. We'll choose Physical Development and Mobile Infant. Click Load Frameworks. In the framework table that displays, we will select 5.1b for this goal. Next, click Associate Selected Framework to go. In the Objectives section that displays, we need to enter objectives. For demonstration purposes, we are only going to enter a single objective. In this case, our objective is begins to creep and crawl. We enter a proposed start date and target date for this objective. And we also need to enter the criteria for success. we'll say times 3, trials 4, and sessions 3. Finally, we need to record who will work on this objective. We're going to check physical therapist as the primary and indicate that the mother will also work on this. Before we save this information, let's discuss a couple of items. By default, 3 blank objectives are displayed. You do not have to complete all 3 for the goal you are working on. And if you need to include additional objectives beyond the 3, just click Add Another here. Also notice the Select from Collection link here and the Save Objective To area here. This is a feature you should find particularly useful. It allows you to create a collection of objectives that can be reused when developing other plans. Once you have predefined objectives to choose from, you can click the Select from Collection link and add the objective without having to retype the information. Let's see how this works. We could save it to our facilities collection. However, I'm going to save it to my personal collection by selecting the My Collection checkbox and then choosing Physical Gross Motor as the area of development. When I save this page, the objective will be available for choosing the next time. I've already previously saved an objective, so for demonstration purposes, we'll assume we're going to add a second objective. I click the Select from Collection link in the next blank objective and a panel displays. From here, I can select the area or areas of development I want to search. Let's search for objectives in the physical gross motor area, so I can check this box and click Search Collection. There's the objective I previously added, so I can click the check box and then add Selected Objectives to Go button. The objective is copied to the objective field. Okay, I'm going to delete this so we can continue. Let's assume we are done with this goal, so let's click Save. Notice the completed goal displays as well as a link to add another goal. In practice, you will likely be entering multiple objectives for a goal as well as adding additional goals. When you finish entering all the goals and associated objectives, click Save and Finish. Notice that the status section page now indicates that the evaluation has been completed. If you, an authorized user, wants to view the report, they can click the report link in the View section or in the case menu. Finally, when the IFSP is being worked on and finalized, the goals and objectives you enter will automatically be displayed on that page. That concludes this training video.